Hello and welcome back to the Outsider Tackle Box radio and internet podcast show. We are finally back.
We're back.
We're back. Tommy's here. Say hi, Tommy.
What up, everybody? I'm so happy to be back. It's been a long year and a half of nonsense and bull.
Yes.
So I'm glad to be back.
We're happy to have Tommy back. We've been taking quite a long break. Tommy had some
we had a lot of
tummy issues, the pandemic.
Yeah, you had the pandemic, we had the COVID, the Rona, and then Tommy almost died.
Tommy almost died. We took a pause. Then we had the pandemic recession. It was a recession. So
and then Tommy almost died again.
Tommy almost died again. And I did pick up Tommy from the hospital.
Yes.
One of the times.
One of the times. I had to call. They said, "Can you phone a friend?" And I was like, "I know just the right person." And after that person didn't answer, I called Paul.
Yeah. Exactly what happened.
I don't even want to say why you picked me up because that was a certain.
I was in the area.
Yeah, that's true. You were like, "Dude, hold on. Let me put my fishing stuff away. I'll come and get you."
I probably didn't have anything better to do.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Or
probably not.
I didn't want to come home. So we, if you hear some snorting in the background, I do have an English bulldog, and that's her. I can hear her.
Yeah, I can hear her too.
Yeah.
Well, actually, part of that's me too. So just so you know.
Yeah. Well, we haven't done the podcast in a while. Tommy has to hold his mic. We couldn't find his mic stand.
Yeah, I know. Crap's missing. Oh, well. That's all right. It's all good.
So here we are. We've been doing, I've been fishing quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been out of
I try to get Tommy, but he's had, again, some health issues. But he's healthy. Well, he's getting there. He's still recovering. But we are here doing the podcast. And I told him, hey, why don't you interview me, since I've been posting a lot of pictures of me doing ocean fishing, a little freshwater, and a lot of time on the kayak. I purchased an ocean kayak, and got one of those Hobies.
Oh, wait, sorry. There you go.
Thank you.
Everybody's cheering for your Hobie.
It's it's a top of the line. It's an Outback. It's a used one. Got a good price on it, and they included everything I needed. And I didn't even know that they gave me.
This is like fisherman cribs.
Yes.
You're like, check out my Outback, top of the line, pedal pusher. One.
It's got a pedal. It's pedal drive, and it's hooked up. I got a live well for it. It's got a fish finder.
So fancy. Sorry.
It's all about me.
Anyway.
So thanks to the Randy over at OEX in Sunset Beach, California.
Randy.
He installed pretty much everything on my kayak. The kayak had, it was pretty bare, but he did hook it up with he upgraded the pedal drive, and he gave me one of those, what do you call those?
Well, he installed your live well, your fish finder.
The thing on the back, the trailer. He hooked me up with a kayak trailer.
Oh,
and
okay.
so it was included in the purchase. So
nice.
Gave me some good stuff.
Give you a good deal.
Gave me a good deal. And
What'd you have to do for the deal?
OEX has everything you need, and I've gotten their kayak flag. I got all the safety equipment. There was a whole bunch of things I didn't even know that I needed.
Well,
you have to have
you have to have your urinal.
What is it called? A ham radio.
Yep.
A noisemaker.
Yep.
And if you are...
So people can see you and not run you over.
Yep. And then I think it's something like 3 miles offshore or something. I can't remember the distance. But I do know that if you're going to be fishing at nighttime, you need a flare. Didn't have that. I still don't have the flare. But what I did pick up on my own, Tommy mentioned it earlier, I got a urinal. or a pissing tube. It's called a relief tube.
Ooh, relief
So
tube. That's a fancy name.
I haven't made a video yet, but I
use
did.
a Gatorade bottle in a funnel.
That's really what it is. I had some accidental footage. I had the GoPro going, and you see everything.
Just be happy that didn't get posted.
I didn't post it because the GoPro was in
worms for saltwater fishing.
Yeah, my junk is out.
Ugh.
It's in the GoPro.
Ugh.
The GoPro was in a waterproof case, so there was no sound. That's the only way I didn't use the footage.
That's the only reason why you didn't use it?
It didn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
It sounded muffled. But yeah, my junk is out. And my junk is totally out there, and I'm using the relief tube. And I look like a pro, though. Like I've never used a relief tube. But it looks like I was just like at home. On the water. At home on the water. I was comfortable. I just whipped it out, put it inside the relief tube, and I just let it go.
And now you're not allowed near any schools or Chuck E. Cheese's.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not allowed to.
At that time, a school boat full of children,
they had a field trip day at the beach, and I was
for Coast Guard Day. They're like, "What is he doing? Why is he strangling that little worm?"
That's a weird looking worm he has there. It's so small. I thought ocean fish don't eat worms.
It's a sea cucumber.
So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of fishing. So Tommy's going to interview me today. He's here with us, and he's well. Yeah, he looks like crap, but
that never changed.
That's the same.
Well, everybody, like Paul was saying, I was out of commission for a little bit. I had diverticulitis, and they had to go in, and I almost died. And then they had to go in and take out some. They took out about a foot of my intestine, and then I had to heal back up. So right now I'm still healing, but I'm doing all right. I'm healthy. I'm fine. I'm gonna be all right. So that's about it. Once I get completely better, I'll go kayak fishing with you. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
That's the quick rundown. That's the cliff notes of everything. And so yeah, we are. We're back.
That's the short and the skinny.
That's the short and the not so skinny coming from me. AKA Tom Tons of Fun Medina.
Tons of Fun Medina is going to ask me about my fishing trips. And so go ahead. Let Tommy do his interview.
Hold on. Let me do this right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and interview Paul Cruz. Let's give him a call. Hold on.
Hello.
Hey, is this Paul?
This is him.
Hey, what's up, dude? So anyway, this is the fishing podcast, and what we do is we like to hear good old-fashioned fish stories, whether they're made up or, real. In your case, I'm feeling like they might be a little made up, but, hey, we'll just roll with the punches on this one. So the whole premise is to tell us where you were fishing, what you were using, and how big the fish was that you caught when you caught it in said story. So we're going to go ahead and hand this over to Paul Princess Cruz and his kayak fishing bonanza.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, Tommy. Glad to be here. Long time, first time. Just wanted to thank. I love what you guys are doing. I was sad to see so few episodes.
I know.
During the pandemic, I had a lot of time sitting around just wanting to hear more fish stories. But happy to hear that Tommy is doing well.
Yes.
So yes, I went fishing. I bought a kayak, and I've been doing a lot of ocean fishing out of Newport Beach, California.
Ooh, I like Newport Beach.
It's good weather. It's great fishing. Summertime, the water's warm, and bought a live well to keep the fish
alive.
And well. So it's pretty interesting when you see a live well and you're like, it's a little bait tank for a kayak, and there's a motor and like two openings, and my head is like spinning, like how does this thing keep fish alive? And all it really does is it's a pump that sucks up water and shoots it out, and that's what keeps the fish alive. It's that simple.
Keeps the water fresh.
A little bit of physics in there with getting the water in and pumping it out. You have to kind of go a little bit fast to get water in and fill up your tank. And
can I let you in on a little scientific secret?
What?
It'd be like if you were locked up in a room, but yet you had one tube bringing in air and one tube bringing out, like pushing air out.
Is that how it works?
You would stay alive a lot longer. It's very similar.
Okay. Thank you for that science lesson.
Science with Tom. Sorry.
Look how smart Tommy is.
I had a lot of time to do some reading while I was, not well. Thank you. That was it. Okay. That is all.
That's great. That's great that you remembered some things from your schooling in your earlier days.
I lose stuff when I learn new stuff.
Well,
so
that happened to stay there. So it may prove to be useful.
I'm
you never know.
actually concerned more about what I lost though, because I'm gonna, it could be bad.
So thanks for that. And after I was done staring at the live well, just water going in and out, I decided to paddle my way out and try to catch some fish. And Newport Beach, the harbor, is right next to the world famous wedge for those people who like to fish and surf. That's where I spend a lot of time. And right now, I started fishing probably early July, and there's quite a bit of halibut out there. And at first I was losing a lot of fish. I Googled and watched a lot of YouTube on how to do a halibut setup. And there's quite a bit to choose from, but I kept losing fish, and I could see where it was biting the sardine. I was getting live sardines.
Live sardines, yeah.
And it would bite the sardine, but it wouldn't swallow the whole thing. And I was putting the hook on the nose of the sardine.
Yeah, you got to put it back more near the back end, right?
So I was trying to move the hook a little bit towards the middle, and yeah, I did catch a little bit more fish, but I still seemed to miss a lot of fish. So I was just going on YouTube, and there's one guy who makes a sliding double hook setup. And so he makes a little snell knot. He wraps one hook that's on the nose, and then it's adjustable. There's a treble hook on the adjustable part, so the length of every sardine is a different length. And that's probably the problem that I had when I bought pre-made halibut rigs. The treble hook wouldn't even reach far enough, so it was just like getting to the middle of the fish, and I was still missing fish. And so I started using that setup. I had double hooks, one in the nose, and then the treble hook I would put on the tail, pretty close to the tail of the sardine, and I just started slamming. I had a 5 halibut day. It's pretty common for me to do at least 3 halibuts every time I go out.
Or you
Yeah, a lot. Quite a bit of keepers. I don't carry a measuring stick, so I'm kind of just eyeballing it. But generally, when the halibut is longer than from my hand to my elbow, I know that it's pretty close to being a keeper. And then I kind of look at how much meat there is too, because sometimes they could be long but not very big. And so then I kind of know. And some you just know, wow, this is a big one. And
that's what she said.
Never to you.
No, I heard in a story. I saw it in a movie once.
So that's what I've been using to catch not just the halibut, but there's a lot of spotted bay bass. Which is a bass. I mean, I hear people tell me. I post the pictures on our page, on Outsider Tackle Box page, and people tell me that's a spotted bay bass, and I'll put sand bass, and they're like, hey, that's a spotted bay bass. And so apparently it's got a couple different names, but I'll just call it a spotted bay bass.
I call them spotties, but yeah, same thing.
Spotties, sand bass, they're all